Hi everyone, welcome back to day 8. I think it's day 8. Yes, day 8 of my 12 days of Christmas. So for today, we're going to be making a cute little box here, focusing around our mini curvy keepsake box. So stinking cute. I absolutely love this one, and it's really, really easy to do. The boxes are a pretty tiny size, so you're not going to, whoops, my little thing fell off. You're not going to get a ton of stuff in the little box, but you can get like some candy, or if you want to give somebody like some money or something, you could absolutely fit that in here. So these are absolutely adorable, and like I said, this is super, super easy to do. So to talk about what you need to actually create this project. So like I said, we are using the mini curvy keepsake box dies. This is something that will be transitioning into, or that we're going to be keeping it once the holiday catalog is retired, so the dies will be staying around. Right now you can get the 2 of these in a bundle, and unfortunately this stamp set is actually not going to be sticking around. This one is going to be retiring, so if you're interested in getting this stamp set, make sure you jump on that pretty quickly before they're sold out. This is the tiny keepsake stamp set, and like I said, you can get these 2 in a bundle right now, so if you're interested, make sure you jump on that really quick. You'll get 10% off of both items if you purchase them as a bundle, so make sure you do that if that interests you. We're also going to be using our white baker's twine and these adorable sweet little jingle bells. I believe these are also retiring, so if you are interested in these, make sure you pick these up before it is too late. And then for ink, we're going to be using cherry cobbler, and then I just have a piece of crumb cake cardstock here. So this is just cut down to 8.5 by 5.5. It's not going to take this entire sheet of paper though, so you really, again, as most things that I say, you really just need a piece large enough to fit your die on there. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so to start this, we're going to take 2 dies from the die set. So we have here the largest die in the set, and this is a little box. And then I also have, there are a few different tag options in the die set. I'm going to be using the oval, but there's like a star, I believe there's a heart. So you have a few different options of what you can use. Like I said, I just want to use this oval. So we are going to bring in our Big Shot. And I'm just going to put my piece of cardstock down and then fit my die right on there. We're all good. And then I'm going to put the little tag on there as well. And then go ahead and sandwich these 2 together, maybe, and start cranking them through. Put my plate on a little crooked, but that is a-okay. Okie dokie. So now I can take my Big Shot and move it out of the way. And let's get these off of here. So we won't need the dies anymore. We don't need our cutting plate. So we're now left with 2 little pieces here. So whoops, I just dropped the tag. I'm going to take my tag and I'm going to set it off to the side just for a couple minutes because I want to focus on our little box. So there are a few little pieces to pop out here. So I just go ahead and pop them out now. It doesn't really matter if you do it now or later. But but you can remove these little pieces if you want to. Man. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is bring in just something to stamp on top of, so some kind of background piece. I normally use our paper pad, but you can use whatever you have, just a regular sheet of paper or whatever you have on hand. I'm going to bring in this stamp here. So in the stamp set, you have 2 of these rectangle, just kind of background looking stamps. That's what this is. This is one of them, and it works really well to give your box a little bit of color and texture and fun stuff. So you have the striped one, and then you have this like checkered one. That's one that we're going to be using today. I'm also going to grab my cherry cobbler ink. And before I get ready to stamp, so you have, here, let me move some of this stuff off to the side for a second. So you have 2 of your pieces here have like the little handles on them, and then 2 have the little slits. I'm going to be stamping on the 2 that have the little slits, and then you also have this square in the middle. That's just the bottom, so you can stamp that if you want to. I'm just personally not going to. And you can stamp all 4 sides if you want to also. Again, I'm just personally not going to stamp them. I just liked having a little bit of a difference in the sides. So knowing that I'm going to be stamping here, I just grabbed a couple of scraps of the cardstock that I used, and I'm just going to cover up the 2 sides that I don't want to stamp. Because this is, because the stamp is a rectangle, you're going to get a little bit of ink over on these other sides. So I just ripped off a couple pieces of cardstock. I have a little bit of washi sitting around, and so I just put that on there. It works really well as kind of a mask, basically. So now I'm going to go ahead and ink up my stamp. And this is perforated at the bottom, so you can tell where the bottom of the box is going to be versus the sides of it. If you stamp on the bottom, it's probably not that big of a deal because nobody's really going to see it. And then all I'm going to do is line this up as best as I can. Press down. And there we go. So you can see there was a little bit on each side that would have been stamped on here. So that's just a trick to kind of keep it clean. Again, it's totally optional. It's not gonna, like, if you don't do it, it's not gonna totally ruin your project. It'll be just fine. It's just if you want to be a little bit more particular like I was, and you want to make sure that you don't get any ink on those other pieces, that's something you can do. And then we'll ink our stamp up one more time to do the other side. Just like so. And if you've been watching me for a little while, I guess is the way I should say it, you will know from previous years that crumb cake and cherry cobbler are literally my absolute favorite color combination for Christmas. I just love it. I just love it. I can't get over it. It's my absolute favorite color combination. So this box is like my dream come true. It definitely speaks to me. So we're going to take this, set that off to the side just for a minute. I'm going to bring in our little tag here, and since we have our ink out, I'm going to go ahead and stamp our tag. So I'm using the stamp that says Holly Jolly, and then I'm just going to stamp it down in the middle, just like that. That's all the stamping we're going to be doing for this. So I'm going to go ahead and close up my cherry cobbler ink pad, set that off to the side along with that tag. So now it's really about putting our box together, right? So I'm going to flip it over, and like I said, it's perforated where the little sides all fold up. So I'm just going to go ahead and fold all my sides up. And then what I'm going to do is take the 2 sides that I didn't stamp on, the ones that have like the little handle looking thing. We're going to bring those together, and then you kind of want to push it down. So these are also perforated at like the little handle. So you want to push them outwards, because you then want to take this and kind of squish it down a little bit so it kind of puffs up, or I'm sorry, puffs out. And then once you do that, you can take one of your other sides, and that slit goes right, the little handles go right through that slit, and that's how your box stays together. So then you can do it on the other side. Whoops. And now you have our sweet little adorable box. So you could absolutely leave this as is and just use it like this. Adorable and super, super, super cute. We're going to take it just up one notch, not super crazy, just one tiny little notch. I'm going to grab my white baker's twine, and I'm just going to cut off a piece. You don't need a gigantic piece. It's really not that crazy. And then I'm going to take my little jingle bell. So this includes red, green, and gold jingle bells. I'm going to grab one of each color. And I'm also going to grab my little tag. And I'm going to put my tag on the baker's twine. And then I'm going to put on my little jingle bells. And you can obviously do it in any order you wish. I'm just kind of throwing them on here. I'm not thinking too much about it. One more, just like that. And then I'm going to kind of put them down in the middle. I'm going to go ahead and tie my baker's twine in a knot so that they stay nice and secure there. And when you do that, you get like this really cute looking kind of placement of the jingle bells. To me, they kind of look like little lights, which I think is super adorable. But they just kind of stay there and it helps them not just run around all over the place. Then all I'm going to do is grab my little box. I'm going to take the 2 pieces of baker's twine and I'm going to put one through our little handle doodad. And then on this one, I am, again, just going to tie it. I'm going to leave it more in like a loop because I want to, whoever the recipient is, I want them to be able to cut it off really easily, but I also don't want it to fall off like, like my example did. That wasn't really fun. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut it, and then I'm going to leave a little bit of a tail for this just because I think it looks cute. And that is it. That is our little box. It's really nice and jingly and festive. Again, they're not super large boxes. I think, let's see. Let's grab a block. So this is a B-sized block, and you can kind of see in comparison. So a B-sized block is too large. It wouldn't fit in here. This one is an A-sized block, and it looks like it probably would. So just to kind of give you an idea of the size of these, you could put, like I was saying earlier, you can put a little bit of candy in them. You can put some money in them. A gift card probably wouldn't fit in here. But some other little things like candy and cash, like I said, would fit in here really nicely. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's project. As always, you can head over to littlемooncreation.stampinup.net 24/7 to purchase any of these products that I was just showing you. Or you can go to littlemooncreation.com to get more information about everything that I've put out there. Don't forget, I still have a couple of giveaways that are running right now, so if you're interested in getting in on those, make sure you head over to my blog at littlemooncreation.com and check out all of the blog posts that have giveaways associated with them. So I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and I will see you tomorrow for the 9th day of my 12 Days of Christmas. Bye!